Hello, my name is James Thorpe. I'm the Managing Editor of International Security Journal. Delighted to be here at ISC West 2026 on the IDEMIA Public Security stand, speaking with Romain Verollet, Head of the Product Team for the company. So can you start by telling us about the products and services you're highlighting at this year's ISC West, please?
Yes, James. So this year at ISC West, we are focusing on mobile biometric enrollment and identity verification. We would like to demonstrate how we can use identity verification and mobile enrollment to secure how the organization can onboard new employee and use also the biometrics for the access control. So it's one of the challenges today in the company is that people are not physically present. And so it's becoming very complex to ask them to go on site, check their identity, collect their biometrics. It could be face or fingerprint. So what we are proposing is to go to this process, but entirely on the mobile phone. Okay. We will check the identity of the users. We will as well capture his fingerprints, and we will create from the very beginning of the process the trusted identity. Very powerful because from them you can create typically the IT account. We can use this trusted identity for Microsoft Entra. There is also an additional use case. We can use this for account recovery. Someone has lost a password, then they can use this way. And then also, as we have captured the biometrics data, we can use it into the physical access. So the organization can secure at the same time, using our biometric terminals, the access to the building, site, and utterly securely.
Can you tell us a little bit about how your solutions help organizations improve just efficiency, but also convenience for users as well?
Sure, yes. This is one of the biggest challenges in the security sector, to provide both high level of security as well as a convenient and smooth user experience. When it comes to the user experience, the key point is to provide a end-to-end solution. So I explained about the mobile enrollment, but we can still also propose on-site enrollment or enrollment through kiosk. And the key point here is the flexibility of the usage. And through that, this will have a smooth introduction, and this will make the process much more easier and then facilitate the adoption of such technologies by the users. After, when it comes to security, the key point in biometrics is accuracy. And this is the algorithms that are run everywhere. And for that, at IDEMIA, this is our core DNA, our core competencies. We are benchmarking our algorithm to the NIST, which is an institute for evaluating those algorithms. And we are one of the top of the manufacturer when it comes to accuracy, speed, and also technical bias. The second point I would like to mention is related to the mobile identity verification. And just very recently, we have been evaluating by the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, and we are number one when it comes to prove your identity from a mobile phone. So this means typically authenticate the document. This means do a liveness detection of your captures, and then after do a matching between your captures and the picture on the ID. So all in all, see, depending on the process for biometric identification or identity verification, we are the best one when it comes to security. And so it's not a matter of choice. With IDEMIA, you have both user experience and security.
Obviously, you're talking about applications there and your use cases as well. I mean, what real-world problems do your solutions really solve? Have you got some examples you can share with us?
Yes, for sure. One of the challenge today is that the fact that the identity fraud is constantly evolving. So typically, when it comes to access control, lots of clients are using still badges, and we know that it can be lost, it can be shared, it can be sometimes duplicated. So with biometrics, we would like to put an end to that and use this as a credential much more secure and convenient to use. The second aspect we are referring to is the scale issue. When it comes to biometrics, it's quite easy, I would say, to propose a system for small or medium-sized enterprise. But when it comes to large organizations operating worldwide with multiple sites and sometimes hundreds of thousands of users, then we are benefiting from the experience at IDEMIA. We are providing, apart from that, national programs, and we are managing millions of identity. We are working with various governments, and so we are using this expertise to translate that for organizations and to facilitate the management of those identities. Also, a point I would like to highlight is that we are working on the data privacy. we are working on a new kind of credential based on QR codes that will enable your biometrics. So in the QR code, you are embedding your face or your fingerprints. So you can show the QR code to the door. It will read the QR code and do a one-to-one match with your face. And if it's you, this will open the door. So it will become a kind of personal QR code that will clearly identifying the user, and this is you. And so there is no central database, and also this QR code can be displayed whatever the kind of phone you can have, or it can also be printed on a badge for exhibition. So you see, our solution, this is about fighting against the fraud. This is about digital of the process, and yes, this is overall the solution that we are bringing by IDEMIA.
Fantastic. And finally, as we see the demand growing for your solutions across sectors, a bit of a two-part question. Firstly, where do you see the biggest growth areas for IDEMIA Public Security? And also, how is AI changing the landscape as well?
Yes. When it comes to verticals, let me introduce some of them. The first one is still the critical infrastructures. So with our biometric terminals, we are capable of multiple factor of authentication. So it's not only checking one, but three of them, typically the card, the biometrics, the PIN codes. And those sectors is really appreciating this flexibility, and they can implement the factor of authentication depending on the criticality of the assets they would like to protect. The second sector that is growing a lot is data center, securing the access. What we are proposing now is the dual authentication system. So it will not only check your fingerprint or your face, it will be both. So face plus finger, so you can sit at a double factor of authentication. And on a regulation point of view, it can be in fact a fully digital access. And when it comes to operations, this can smooth all the dispatch of the templates and the usage of this for accessing those critical infrastructures. The third one I would like to mention is the financial institution. Again, critical infrastructure, critical assets to protect. And here they are also searching for convenience. And they would like also their user to use mobile phones for authenticating by themselves. And so our biometric terminals are capable to read credentials into the Apple Wallet. So you can either present your face or present your Apple Wallet to open an access. And so this flexibility is very a key point for this sector. And the last one I would like to mention is the exhibitor and events. So this is this is a way to ensure that the ticket holder is a genuine one. So we would like to provide a way for ticketing services to real the identification, and at each gate the user will present his ticket, and there will be a way with a biometric control to ensure that the ticket holder is the one we claim to be. Typically accessing to a live event, accessing to a stadium, we have different technologies to offer and to ensure that the ticket holder is the right one. So again, fighting against fraud. So you see, what is common into all those sectors is again to bring trusted identity solutions based on biometrics. And then to finalize regarding the AI, for sure it's changing our world. When it comes to facial, it has bring lots of opportunities regarding the algorithm. So that was 5 years ago, and now the facial biometrics is accurate. It's very powerful. Then it has also raised new issues such as deepfakes. But on our side, we're also actively working, and the AI is also helping us to counter the fraud. So you see, AI has bring a lot when it comes to performances. It has also bring some new evolution of the fraud. Yeah. And on our side, we are also using it to counter this new level of fraud. So it's constantly evolving sectors, and we are working a lot on that.
Fantastic. Thank you for your insights.